Okay, guys, we are back now with the Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2, and we're on episode 10 of it. Now, here's where I get a little mad at this. This is where I get mad. Not Shield Hero. I'm not talking about the Shield Hero. I'm talking about as a whole. I get Season 1, given what it got, given what it shows. You know what I mean? Given what we got from Season 1. And Season 2 right now is going all places. It's like the Fate series. You go from this Fate, but you gotta go to this Fate, but then you go this Fate to this Fate, but this Fate, this Fate. No, you gotta go back to this Fate. And it's like so many parallel lines just to figure out what Fate you gotta start with. And it's so confusing. Season 2 of Rising of the Shield Hero, I get the anime adaptation. I get what they're trying to do. I get the push. I understand they're trying to speed up the process, going by every manga chapter just to grapple all in one episode. It's like taking 10 chapters of the Rising Shield Hero and then box it up into one episode. And that's what we got. That's what we got in this episode. And it gave us something to look at and saying, wow, all that hard work. And still an episode like this, really? Really? And not even that. It's just, why the hell Rise of Shield Hero Season 2 is on the top 10? It has a rating of a 6.60 something, but Birdie Wing, if you ask me right now, which show's better right now? Birdie Wing or Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2? It's Birdie Wing. But why the hell Birdie Wing is not a top 10 show, but the Shield Hero is a top 10 show? Season 2 is a top 10 show. Why? Because it's Naofumi? Because it's Shield Hero? Is that why? Is that why it's a top 10 show? It's not even following the series. It's going its own way. And yeah, it got some moments, but still, why for a show like this to be going down? And it's not giving us that. It's not giving us one, but it's a top 10. Really? I don't know. But episode 10 of Season 2 did give us someone to talk about. Forgetting that, we had an Naofumi moment. But this time, I brought a special guest because it's all about her. Raphtalia. Yep, Raphtalia is back now, and she's back in ever. She's back in ever. So let's get right to it with the review of Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2, Episode 10. Now, this whole thing's about Raphtalia. You know, it's been a long time since we have Raphtalia moment. And not by moments of like moments. I'm talking about an episode dedicated to Raphtalia. You know, we never had it's been a long time since Raphtalia had an episode of her own. It's been a long time. Which we got in this one where she is now going to prison and being captured. Not only being captured, but now she's in a cell with Glass, Liark, and Teresa. And Kizuna is with Naofumi at the moment. And not only that, Glasses and Kizuna are like relationship, you know, they really like each other. There were moments. Now, given what we got from little Raphtalia, and she grown, I'm gonna get to that. Being that she's now escaped with Liark and the others, you know, this is where her storyline gets a little sloppy. I'm not saying the animation is not bad, but it's too much. It kind of rushed. They rushed the hell out of this, guys. I'm sorry. As much as I like Rising of the Shield Hero, this version is so freaking rushed. The entire episodes is so rushed that it's hard to go back. It's hard to go back and look at Rising of the Shield Hero and the accomplishments that they did in Season 1. And then to go to Season 2 and everything just like balled up. Nothing is just, it's just too much. It just can't. Okay, now, back to what I was saying. So after Raphtalia and Liark escape, you know, we get the journey of the Katana hero. Yes, the next Katana hero will be revealed. And you got Kyo's subordinate friend who tried to take control of the sword. Well, in fact, the sword chose Raphtalia. You know, that scene where the sword chose Raphtalia, it reminds me of like Dino Thunder. You know, Power Rangers Dino Thunder. It's like Dino Gems, you don't choose them, they choose you. And just like that, and looking at this, and I'm like, the sword chose Raphtalia for a reason. So Raphtalia is now the katana hero. And I like her rebellious ways of going. I like her ways of showing that she's loved Naofumi regardless of the decision she does. Remember the moment where she chose to fight off the guards and told Naofumi to go. Again, that's the symbolism of the sword and the shield. She will do everything to protect Naofumi, regardless of the case, regardless of anything. Raphtalia would do it. And yeah, we have moments of Raphtalia saying that, I don't care what you do to me, I will always protect you. Raphtalia is showing that she's willing to do whatever it takes to be with Naofumi. That's the best couple right there. Now, this is where it gets a little interesting. Now she got the katana sword, she had a growth spurt. Yep, she got in big again. And top it all off, the slave crest is gone. So now that Raphtalia's slave crest is gone, she's not in control of Naofumi now. You know what I mean? She's not like, oh, I'm a slave. I'm good. I'm some slave to Naofumi. Now the slave crest is gone, she's free to do whatever she wants. Now, on to the growth. Now, this is where it really gets a little bit of like a bonus. We're talking about a bonus fan service. They made a scene where Raphtalia growth was so good that when they took off her clothes, her long hair had to cover everything. They took a bonus fan service and covered it all this. And I'm telling you right now, there's a figure. I don't know why, but something tells me y'all was thinking. I'm pretty sure y'all was thinking of Raphtalia in a naked, like being Raphtalia naked. I mean, I get it. That's bonus fan service as it is. But I think everybody was thinking, giggity. I'm pretty sure everyone was thinking, like, okay, there's going to be a Dojin out of this. Or a figure. I know everybody was thinking of a figure or that stuff, but how many of y'all thought, like, whoa, that scene? But they added that scene, I don't know why, for a bonus fan service. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. I think they did that because we haven't had a little bit of fan service in a long time. I mean, if we look back, the last fan service, I'm trying to go back to the Shield Hero moment. The last time we had a somewhat of a fan service, that was Raphtalia and Philo in the hot spring at one time, or the one that we're in the beach and we saw Raphtalia in the bikini. I'm just saying, we haven't seen that in a long time. But I think what they do is like, okay, to them it's like, okay, we apologize for any inconvenience. We're gonna make a bonus scene of Raphtalia naked while the Shrine Man is changing her. Okay, and then you got her walking out a priest and with a sword. Now, let's talk about the fight scene. It was good. I'm not saying it was excellent. I'm not saying it was very good. I'm not saying it was awesome. I want to scream out like, oh my God, did you see it? No. This fight scene was mediocre at best. That fight scene was so like, huh? Really? I'm like, I had to watch this fight scene twice to understand what the hell was that. Really. And I didn't see it was so like, it's like the uncensoredness of everything that was Rising Shield has gone. The uncensoredness of everything. I mean, Raphtalia's ability with the sword was so good. I'm not taking that away from her because we know Raphtalia is a strong, independent demi-human. That's why she's best girl. That's why she beat Nezuko in the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. That's what come on. I hate to bring this up again. Best girl. And then it's like, okay, makes sense. And her fight scene was okay, but it wasn't good. I mean, against the guy, I mean, she used her dodging abilities and just powder snow, and then like cut. Now they kind of censored the cut. I mean, it was a white cut and all that. But I slaying the two tigers, it was really good. Not only that, she did a move that not only sliced him, but he's like, if you move, you'll die. So stay where you at. So you basically let him go. Now this is good. Now watch this. The reuniting of Naofumi and Raphtalia, it was rushed. it was rushed. I know that people were expecting more from this episode. I thought they were expecting more, but it didn't make no sense. I get what they're trying to do is cover as much as they can to the other arc that we're currently on right now. That's what they're doing. And as a result, the reuniting of Naofumi and Raphtalia, that was great. And seeing Naofumi almost shedding tears and Raphtalia hugging Naofumi, it's like their bond is so strong. Like, again, Naofumi, this is why I like Naofumi. Back then, Naofumi didn't care about anybody. He didn't care. D-T-A. Don't trust anyone. He didn't trust anyone. But when he had Raphtalia and raised Raphtalia like his own, like his own, like a partner, a bond that's so strong that even with a slave crest or not, their teamwork, their bond is really, really strong. And just when, like with Raphtalia will do everything to get to it. Now, again, she had doubts. She had doubts that, Naofumi would be mad at me that I made a decision. Naofumi would be mad or like slap me or anything like that of the decisions that I've made, all that. But again, Naofumi and Raphtalia relationship is so tight that we all know Naofumi ain't gonna do no harm. Naofumi ain't gonna do no harm to Raphtalia. None whatsoever. And again, that ending was really good. The ending was good for Raphtalia and Naofumi to reunite. But like I said, I'm glad to see that. So overall, let me just say this. Overall, this episode was okay. It was good, but it was okay. And not that I don't have a problem with this. I mean, this episode it was all about Raphtalia. You know what I mean? You got to give her credit. Give her credit. And I'm pretty sure that if they do a top 10 anime girl of every week, she's up there. She got to be up there. Despite the fight scene and despite the animation, despite all of that, at least she did a hell of a good job in this episode. At least she did a hell of a good job. Let's call it like it is. She did. So, this episode was good, not great, but good. And I don't know how this is gonna work next week's episode of Shield Hero Season 2. I don't know. I mean, we're a few episodes, we're like 3 more episodes left. So we'll see the direction of the continuation of Shield Hero and the party is now that the reuniting team is now set. We'll see where that goes. We don't know, but we'll see. So I look forward for next week's episode of Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2, and I'm sure you will.